All right, joining me on the broadcast to help us better understand this visit of the External Affairs Minister is Veena Sikri, former ambassador, and Pathikrit Pain, geopolitical analyst. Good evening, welcome, namaskar to the both of you. Veena Sikri, ji, I'd like to start with you. You know, this visit by the External Affairs Minister comes at a crucial time. We all know that. It comes at a time when geopolitical changes have happened after the Russia-Ukraine war, after the Israel-Hamas war, and amid the kind of multiple maritime attacks that we are seeing in the seas and the oceans. How do you really see this visit by an Indian foreign minister to Iran at this particular time?
Well, I think it's quite fair to analyze this visit in three different segments. I think one would be the bilateral segment, one would be the regional and the global segment. Now, on the bilateral segment, I think it's an important visit. It's a part of the very important civilizational trade and economic links that we have with Iran. And we've already seen the results on the bilateral side because External Affairs Minister met his counterpart from the Transport Ministry of Tehran, of the government of Tehran, and they have already signed a long-term agreement on the further development of Chabahar port. So I think this is already a very significant development. We all know that the Chabahar port was first, it was inaugurated in 2017, and since then it has served a valuable purpose for India, not only in relationship to Afghanistan, because all goods now can go via the Chabahar port to the western borders of Afghanistan and can bypass Pakistan completely. But the Chabahar port also has significance in terms of the international north-south transport corridor, which begins in Russia, St. Petersburg port, and then comes all the way down to Chabahar port and then to India. So I think this has been significant in itself that this development has taken place. Obviously, a lot of work would have gone into preparing for this signing of such a significant document, and that has been done. So that's very good. Then, of course, we've seen that External Affairs Minister has also met his counterpart, the Foreign Minister of Iran, and these talks are significant. And we come to not only in the bilateral context, but in the regional and global context. We do know, we're all aware of what's happening in the Red Sea. We do know that UK and USA have been launching these attacks on the Houthis, and the Houthis have been attacking shipping in the Red Sea. So much so that this has a major potential for disruption of global trade, and now many companies, including international giants like Maersk, are moving their trade via the Cape of Good Hope, via the Southern Africa, the tip of South Africa.
Yeah.
And this is going to add 10 to 12 days per ship. So obviously this is going to create a big problem. Yeah. But even more than that is the potential for widening the war, widening what is happening between Hamas, Israel, bringing in the Red Sea, bringing in global disruption, making it a regional war, if not a global war. We do know that External Affairs Minister had a telephonic discussion with Secretary of State, American Secretary of State Blinken on Friday before he left. So that itself would have been is significant because they would have exchanged views on External Affairs Minister's visit to Iran. We also know that today, as we speak, a short while ago, Prime Minister Modi had a telephonic discussion with President Putin of Russia. And again, the readout from that discussion is significant because it shows that a lot of issues were covered in that discussion. So I think the regional and global significance of External Affairs Minister's visit to Iran is very great and has to be taken seriously. It is being watched very carefully by all of us in India and across the world.